Hello students, welcome back to our social studies class. Look at this picture. What do you observe? You can see a farmer is plowing his field. We are going to start the chapter Agriculture, chapter number 17. We know that India is one of the major agricultural countries of the world. About 70% of our population is engaged in agriculture and its related function. How can we define agriculture? Agriculture can be defined as the cultivation of land to produce crops meant for consumption in terms of food, livestock, that is cattle fodder, clothing, medicines and so on. We have discussed about this agriculture in previous chapter, isn't it? India has a varied climate and crops grown across the country depending on several factors such as soil, climate, etc. Our climate, soil and irrigation facilities contribute majorly towards cultivation of different varieties of crops. Before starting our class, let us see the mind map of this chapter. Look here students, this is our mind map of this chapter. So what are the things we are going to learn from this chapter? The importance of agriculture in our country, then kinds of crops, different kinds of crops, food crops and cash crops. Food crops like rice, wheat comes under food crops, and cash crops, cotton, jute, everything comes under cash crops. And next here we are going to discuss about livestock rearing, that means animal rearing, and green revolution. So these are the topics we are going to study in this particular chapter. So in the introduction I told you agriculture is one of the most important occupation of our country. Around 70% of India's population is connected to agriculture. So there are different types of crop grown which provide food for the people of our country. Also, agriculture provides raw materials for many industries too. So that's why we are telling agriculture is one of the important occupation in our country. Now let's continue. The crops can be divided into two major kinds. What are they? Food crops and cash crops. Then what do you mean by food crops? Food crops are the crops which are used as food. Food crops form the overall diet of a nation. In food crops, wheat, rice, different kinds of cereals, pulses, millets are some of the important food crops. Now let us study these in detail. Rice. It is the major crop of our country. It is the staple food of Indians. Rice need a hot and humid climate and abundant rainfall. River basins and deltas are ideal for growing rice as they have rich soil and abundant water. Now let's see in which all other states rice production is happening. West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Assam, Kerala, Chhattisgarh. These are the names of the states that produce rice. Now the next crop grown in India is wheat. We are going to study about wheat. Wheat is also a very important food grain grown in India. And wheat needs a medium rainfall and wet and cool climate. Wheat is mostly cultivated in the northern plains in Punjab, Haryana, western Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Together, these all states are known as the wheat bowl of India. Many areas of Bihar, some parts of Gujarat, Rajasthan also produce wheat. Now the next food crop, millets. What are millets? Millets are coarse grain. They are grown as cereal crops in India. Examples are bajra, ragi and jowar are the millets widely grown. These are the millets which we can see in our country. Millets are largely consumed as human food in the form of roti and also used as animal fodder and also bird food. They have higher protein content than rice and also wheat and also highly nutritious. Millets need a dry climate to grow well. From the name itself, we can understand that these crops grown in the states of Karnataka, Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So that's all about millets. Next is pulses. Pulses, it include lentils that are dal, moong dal, tur dal, masoor dal, urud dal, which are mostly used for making curries and also making dosa, idlis and all. They are rich in protein. Pulses are grown in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Haryana, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Next, we are going to discuss about other kind of crop, that is cash crop. Cash crops are crops that are grown for their commercial value. Example: jute, cotton, sugarcane, oil seeds, coffee, tea, rubber. These are cash crops. Cash crops are sold as raw materials for manufacture of related products. Sugarcane, jute, coffee, rubber, tea cannot be used directly, but they are processed before consumption. Now the next cash crop we are going to discuss is about sugar cane. This is one of the major cash crop of our country and the main raw material for the sugar industry too. India is the largest producer of sugarcane in the world. Do you know that? And I have one more question to you. In Karnataka, which city is known as Sugar City? You have to tell me the answer during our interactive session. So now let us continue. Sugarcane cultivation need fertile soil, hot and humid climate along with abundant rainfall. Sugarcane extensively it grow in Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu. The next cash crop we are going to discuss is about cotton. Cotton is an important cash crop. Cotton cloth is produced from the cotton plant. From younger class itself we are learning that one. After making this one, the cloth is produced from the cotton plant. They extract oil from it. They extract oil from cotton seed. The cotton plant need ample sunlight, adequate rainfall to grow well. We can find cotton mostly grown in the states of Maharashtra and Karnataka, as this region has black soil which is suitable for the growth of cotton plant. So children, that's all about the cotton as a cash crop. Now the next cash crop we are going to discuss is about jute. From jute we obtain fiber. Jute is a golden color fiber crop. This crop is used to make items such as bags, rope, mats, carpets and other useful things. Maybe many of you might have this jute bag or jute dress or something like that. Jute cultivation needs hot and humid climate to grow well. These crops are largely cultivated in the states of West Bengal, which is the leading producer of jute. And it also grows in the state of Assam, Bihar and Odisha. So the next cash crop we are going to discuss is about tea. Tea is used as a beverage. Tea is perhaps the most popular and widely consumed beverage in India and the world as well. The tea crop needs the hot and wet climate and ample rainfall. We therefore noticed many tea plantations. What do you mean by a plantation? Plantations are large farms on which a single type of crop is grown on a large scale. So that is the meaning about plantation. So therefore we notice many tea plantations on Assam, Himachal Pradesh, West Bengal, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So that's all about tea. Now the next cash crop is about coffee, another beverage. The coffee crop also need wet and hot climate and also fertile land. We find many coffee plantation in south since it need a hotter climate than tea. Coffee is planted under the shade of a big tree and grow rapidly. They grow rapidly. There are many coffee plantation in Karnataka, Kerala and also Tamil Nadu. Karnataka accounts more than half of the coffee grown in India. Next cash crop, rubber. It is an important raw material for many industries. Rubber is largely cultivated in the state of Kerala in India. Rubber is used to make many things such as eraser, which you are using now, rubber bands, tires and tubes, etc. The next cash crop we are going to discuss is about oil seeds. Oil seeds are grown mainly for producing oil, like coconut. Coconut is grown for like coconut oil, mustard oil, like that. Oil seeds are mainly grown in the states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Tamil Nadu. And another type of cash crop, spices and fruits are also cultivated as crops. So children, that's all about kinds of crops. Here we have discussed about food crops and also cash crops. Let us move to the next topic, livestock rearing. What is meant by livestock rearing? Any idea? Rearing of domesticated animals for food, fiber and labor is called livestock rearing. It is also an important part of agriculture. We rear cow, pig, hen, lamb, etc. From cow, what all things we get? We get milk, and from milk we can make curd, butter, cheese and also ghee. The cattle waste is also used as manure for the crops and for producing biogas. Oxen and bullocks are used to plough the field and also to pull the carts to carry the weight. Animals like camels, sheep, they provide wool. And camel is also used in desert as a mode of transportation. You already know that, isn't it? Then mules, donkeys and yaks, they are also used to carry goods. And the skin of these animals are used for making leather goods also. And do you know we also do apiculture, cultivation of honeybees for honey, and sericulture. Have you heard about this term sericulture? Cultivation of silk from silkworm. It's known as sericulture, to obtain the fiber, that silk fiber from silkworm. So these all comes under livestock rearing. So we know that it's very important. Livestock along with agriculture plays a vital role in our country's economic growth. And next topic we are going to discuss is about Green Revolution. Have you heard the term Green Revolution? Green Revolution in India refers to a period when Indian agriculture was converted into an industrial system due to the adoption of modern methods and technology such as the use of high-yielding variety seeds, tractors, irrigation facilities, pesticides and also fertilizers. It was mainly founded by a famous scientist known M.S. Swaminathan. For a long time, we were practicing old methods. After 1965, there have been many changes in the methods of agriculture in our country. Large areas of land have been bought under cultivation, and farmers were provided with better facilities like loan, better quality seeds, modern machineries, which all helps to improve the production of crops. All this has made India self-sufficient in production of food grains. This is known as the Green Revolution of our country, Green Revolution of India. So my dear students, that's all about this chapter. We will discuss, if you having any doubt after watching the video, we will do the clarification during our interactive session. Try to read after watching the video. You have to read the chapter and note down the doubts, everything, and also try to finish the textbook exercises. So see you soon, children. Take care. Bye bye.